Welcome back to the Better S YouTube channel. So, another How Tuesday here for you. Trying to wrap up the old Silverado LS swap, of course. We did bleed the clutch. Dad and I just wrapped that up, save you the boring stuff, you know, but it does feel good. It seems to be working like it's supposed to. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. We're going to call that a win so far until we get to test drive it, of course. Something I wanted to show you, one of our fellow subscribers showed, you know, I don't want to take credit for his idea by any means. So I want to show you guys something that's pretty freaking cool. And I hope it helps a lot of people. I did dump a short on it earlier this week or whatever, but check this guys out. So if you notice in the one video at the end, you might not have seen a fan on here, right? Because we were talking about being really close and out of the shroud. Check this out. Look at the depth of that fan. How freaking perfect is that? So our fellow subscriber mentioned F-150, so I did a little investigating. Yeah, 97 to 03, you know, like a 5446 truck or whatnot. I went out to our buddy Wolverton's junkyard and got ourselves a premium used one, and this thing is perfect. It's the same blade diameter. It sticks it out about 1.5 inches. I mean, guys, you wouldn't think, other than it's a Ford Motor Company hidden on there somewhere, you wouldn't think it wasn't stock. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to you, buddy, for helping us. I appreciate it. I think it's time we get an exhaust on this gem. If you guys recall, we'll fire it up again for you. She's locked. All right, well, she's got open headers, or well, open manifolds, I guess you can say. So let's see. Clutch works. See, we got to push her down. You like that? She needs a little tune work. We talked about that. We got that sloppy stage 2 Elgin cam and all that fandango stuff. So what we're gonna do is per my buddy Bill's request, we're gonna do some side exits, guys. He wants it loud. He said, I don't give a shit, Brian. I just want it loud. I just want to piss the neighbors off. So you can't blame a guy. So what we're gonna do, and remember, it's the farm truck. Don't mind this big dent. You know, maybe we'll even, might pop right out. You never know. We're gonna go right about here, I'm thinking, with some 2.5s, all right? We got a nice Speedway Motors mandrel kit, right? It's got all our bends. We got some 10 series mufflers, which are gonna sound just mint on the passenger side when this thing's hammering. So let's go ahead, we're gonna get this exhaust on this unit so we can get this thing down to Rusty's and get her dialed, right? Then we can finally get onto the old S10, you know, or drag her out of the weeds. I'm just kidding, it's actually over there right now. But then we can start on the fun stuff too. So let's get to her. All right, let's take a look here. So we got a Speedway Motors exhaust kit. I don't see a part number on here, but so what it is, this is a mandrel bent kit minus mufflers. Let me see if I can cut the damn thing open. Let's see what we got. Another box. Let's just, we got some paper from Arts and Crafts for the kids, you know? And then, oh, here's what we were looking for. All right, let's try again. So, let's see what we got here. Now, the old Build-A-Bear set, guys. So this has all kinds of goodies. How can you go wrong? Look at this. We got 45s and 180 bends. How can you go wrong? So the whole idea, let me show you here, you get a little gist of it since she's in the sky. Think of something like that, you know? Something that's gonna be in your face. Maybe we'll put it like this, hell, you know? We'll go straight hill route on it, you know? We'll really piss off the neighbors. So we're gonna try fitting a few things up and bring you guys along for that adventure. All right, we got her in the air, so I don't know, guys. We got the downspouts. We're trying to preserve those off the original. Plus, them are stainless, by the way. We got our O2's bungs already in there. So trying to figure out a nice solution to get something back there. So we were kind of looking, you know, with our Build-A-Bear kit, putting something on like that and running your back. And guys, I apologize, lighting sucks under a truck, you know what I mean? So we got our big, you know, bright light. But I'm also thinking of maybe, coming back here with like a 45, kick her back and head that way. I don't know yet. So we're gonna start cutting shit. All right, so what I was thinking is if we can get away with kind of cheating this guy right here, that way we get one of these 90s. You can see the picture here, grand scheme of things. Something like that is gonna give us a nice kind of crossover to the other side, because that's the biggest thing. Obviously, we got to get over past the transmission cross member down, because we're gonna put them both out the, you know, the passenger side, box side area. So, yeah, I think first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna probably, cut that guy off, something like that. What do you think? All right, I think we're gonna go like right here looks good. All right, I got that cut down a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and notch this pipe here. All right, so we got that set up in there. And we're starting to come back around the transmission area. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple tacks here. See if we can get this laid out decent, and then hopefully start getting our direction back. I figure I'd do the hard side first, you know, and then we'll just basically, this one's pretty much a straight shot. The only thing I'm concerned about is it does raise up here versus the trans cross member. Kind of see the elevation difference. So we'll see how that goes here in a few, but I think we're gonna pretty much, we have to get this to here anyway, so let's start with that first, you know what I'm saying? All right, so we got her coming down, back around. I think we're gonna put another chunk in here, and then we're gonna start getting her back that way, but we're gonna have to put some sort of kicker to get it up and over that back cross, remember, like we discussed earlier? Okay, so another piece crossed. Thinking that'll kind of kick up. You can almost see, and then we're gonna have to start trying to get her to go back straight that way. So I'm thinking if we take maybe a pie cut out of our U-bends, you know, maybe get a little slice out of here and weld that on the end, that'll at least get us back to straight. Because once we get back straight, it's gonna be, I mean, that's the toughest battle, getting over those cross members. Because once we get here, we got our 3-inch, we got our 10 series. So let's put it in perspective for you. I mean, them are gonna be hanging up here. And then our 45s will come out. So, I mean, we're not really far off. There's not a lot of exhaust. It's just focusing on getting over that back cross member. If we get a little bit higher, but I guess let's keep cutting and welding. Okay, so we found another bend. We got that going. And we got quite a bit of clearance. And then I'm thinking our 10 series is gonna end up right here. And that's gonna allow for the 45 to kind of come out the box side area like we were talking. And we got quite a bit of clearance. Run your fingers all the way across the top. And then we have that 1-die right there. That's our clearance on the bottom. So, a couple more tacks. And then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make it, because you're wondering, how the hell are you gonna remove this thing if you have to? So what we're gonna do is, most likely, this one here is either gonna be a clamp with a tack weld, or something for serviceability. Yeah. And then worst case scenario, we can always pull the trans cross member and fish that out of there. But we're gonna fully weld this back half outside the vehicle. And obviously this here we'll leave in the truck to get that fully welded. guys, so we got the driver's side welded out. We're gonna cut it and put a V-band in for serviceability, but it's on order, right? So we're gonna handle that later. But at least this point's all welded out, and then we'll put it in a spot that makes sense when we go to have to take it apart if we have to put a trans or something down the road or a clutch or whatever. But that's what we got going on. Let's take a look. Should work out pretty sweet. And then this dude here is gonna kick up over, like we talked about earlier, and follow suit. So I'm gonna get that other side strung out, and then we're gonna go ahead and then start working on hangers and whatnot too. Right now they're just kind of sitting on random shit that we shoved in there to kind of keep spacing, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's getting hot. Let me get this other side burned in. All right, we were finally able to get a little bit of welding, you know, not from under the truck. So we got one piece situated. Now that'll fit back up in there, that muffler go on the back, and then we can work on our hangers and them tailpipes. That's the biggest thing. We got to hear with that old sloppy stage 2 cam, you know, coming out the side, you know. It's gonna sound pretty sweet, guys. It's gonna be loud, 10 series. But Bill wanted it loud. So we're just trying to make Bill proud. All right, so that's the big picture. We got him in the right spot. We did a couple spots to finish welding, but we did have to stagger the mufflers. I really wasn't wanting to. I wanted to keep them together, but because of the distance for this 90, I had to offset the one forward a little bit. Is it gonna affect anything? Absolutely not, but it's trying to aesthetically make it pleasing, but you know, in a month it's gonna be covered in mud anyways, right? But as you look down it, they do go, let me get the light here, I'm not blinded. They do go up and around and kind of follow suit with one another. So it turned out pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and finish welding this off, guys, and then I think next time I see you, we're gonna be starting this jump. Well, guys, that's the finished product. Kind of lean and mean, kind of hiding under the box we were going for there. I'm pretty excited. You guys ready to hear it? Let's go start this thing up. You guys ready? Off the buildings in town. Well, that might happen. I don't know. For a little bit of patience, some mandrel bent tubing, I think it went pretty slick. What y'all think? Jesus, she is loud. Oh man. So guys, I hope you had an adventure with us on our 3-part series LS Swap K1500 1997, red in color, manual transmission. I hope you learned a thing or two. We always learn more, and you try to do better every single time. So I hope there were some things that I did that you may not have done that'll help you, or maybe throw some tips, just like the gentleman about the fan. I mean, that worked freaking perfect. So on that note, guys, you know what that means. That means it's time to start on the S10. I'm excited. To be continued. On that note, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.